Hello. Something pretty different tonight. Let's angle this a little further this way. First of all, I'm going to be facing away from the mic, um, just because of where the mic is set up. Um, and this is going to be sideways. That's just unfortunately the kind of the way it is with the setup I have right now. But hopefully this will all work out. And when I'm talking, I'll just kind of turn towards the mic. Um, you know. So that's the plan. I'll put on some like chill tunes. Can we get like some good? No, not that. Um, POV. So what I was listening to, by the way, while I was doing some writing today, was POV. You're an ancient Chinese scholar preparing for the imperial examination study playlist. Um, which I was loving, but also I don't know any of this could be copyrighted, so I don't want to do that. We get like some chill Celtic music, then we go. No, copyright. Celtic and Oriental vibes. That's a weird mix. Also, Oriental is not the proper term. And that is the term you should not be using. What else have we got? Medieval music, instrumental music, no copyright. This one claims to be non-copyright. So I guess we'll have to try this one. Turn it way down. Is that? Yeah. Okay, I hate this already though. I hate the like shh in the background. Like I want some medieval music. Copy. Right. Medieval music. Copyright free medieval music. There's a playlist though, which means there's gonna be a bunch of ads. I don't want epic, dude. Medieval live 10-hour no ads. Alright, I think that'll do it. Kind of keep it low because I want to make sure you all can hear me because I'm going to be kind of quiet because I'm going to be looking this way and the mic is over there. Alright, so I guess first we'll look at some stuff. So, some stuff. Focus. Focus. Camera. Camera. Well, this isn't great. How do I make this thing focus? Come here. Camera, come here. It just does not want to focus at all. Is it like dirty? Why won't it focus? Google time. Webcam drivers, what? Oh, hold on. Ah! Oh, that's interesting. There's a focus ring around the webcam. I did not know that this whole time. So, here we are. Let me turn this towards you. This was made for like a Western game that I was gonna do. It never ended up happening, or at least it hasn't happened yet. But it's a pretty fun one. This is on the second page. This is a fantasy world that I designed, with some focus on various cultures. Specifically, we've got French up here. We've got German in here. Then down here is England. And then I wanted to like have people from a distant land who have come and settled here. So I have these places here, which kind of have a Turkish basis to them. I wanted to base these people off of like the humans, which are a steppe people, which I thought would be an interesting way to do things. But that didn't end up happening either. But we're gonna turn to this. So here's my concept. Okay, I'm gonna be playing a D&D game, and I want to roll back the clock a bit. Okay, so I want to go back to like the Iron Age, in Europe, not in Rome, but like in the rest of Europe, the Celts and whatnot, where people are still living in like hill forts and things like that, and the world outside them is very untamed. So you'll have like things like trolls or giants or any of those like kind of natural phenomena just all over. And that's something people have to grapple with, because there's not like huge armies of people to go and wipe these things out like there is in a lot of other games. So that's kind of my thought. So you'll get to see my process of drawing things as well, which should be fun. Here, I'm not going to use this, but we'll put the quill in frame just so it's fun. Yeah, that's basically the... Sorry, why is there like a tiny edge to... There's a weird edge there. Alright, so... Yeah, so how I tend to start these things. Right, you normally want a coast, whether that's a river coast or an ocean coast. On this time, it's going to be an ocean coast. So normally I like to cut off a lot of it. Like I do like a line down like that on the paper, but I don't want to do that. So we're just going to cut off kind of here at this like almost 3/4 mark. So basically what you do is you start at the edge. Just kind of make a squiggly line of sorts. Right, like that. So then you're going to go in with your pencil. You're going to start roughing it up a bit. So take it, and these little outcroppings, maybe make them go out a little farther. You know, these ones that go in, make them go in a little farther. Like so. Put in some beaches where it's smooth. Maybe expand this gulf out a bit. Take this, maybe there'll be like a little more of a point there. In and out, over, finish off like that. So now you've got that. Now you're going to get rid of your guideline. So go over this lightly, which should erase the light marks, and then we can replace the shore marks. Oh, I should change the name of the stream. It still says Attempted Art Stream. How did I spell fantasy wrong? Oh, it's not a C, right? It's fantasy. Like I try to put a C for the S. I'm not great at spelling. That's my biggest downfall in all these art things, honestly, is spelling and handwriting. My handwriting is not good. Anyway, so now we're gonna come through and try and kind of rough up these edges here. So sorry, no, not rough them up. We already did that. We're just the bits that got erased when we were erasing the guidelines. Just fill those back in. Some bits can, like, you see, like, right here, this bit's still pretty damn curvy. Over here, it's pretty smooth. That's totally fine. Not every coast is a rocky coast, and there's not always rocks everywhere. And in your head, you kind of want to start brewing up, like, what's the scale of this, right? Like, is this an entire world, or is this a kingdom, or is this a country, or, you know, all that kind of stuff you got to kind of start keeping in mind. And also, are you going to draw out full cities in each little place, or are you going to use just little icons? Personally, I am a fan of drawing, like, little tiny cities as icons, instead of, instead of drawing an entire city or just putting like a star or something, you know? Sometimes that can be a little boring. Like, did I do them here or are these stars? Okay, I did do like stars and stuff here, but there's a lot of cities on this map. Okay. Now that I think about it though, an advantage to doing little stars and whatnot is it does make it look cleaner. Anyway. So now we've got another thing to detail, right? Where do we want our highlands to be? If there's going to be mountains, where do we want mountains to be? And then from mountains, we're going to move to rivers. And then we can start putting towns around and outlining where forests will be and things like that. So, next up is going to be, where are our mountains going to be? Because I'm going to do mountains on this map, because I think mountains are a lot of fun. So, mountain range will probably be up top here. Maybe curve out a little bit there. So, very lightly with your pencil. Go draw something like that, right? Which you can barely see it. I can adjust this slightly better. Yeah, you really can't see it, but I drew a line like that. So now I'm going to draw mountains along that line. Pretty simple. So for mountains here, let me show you how to draw mountains on this page really quick. So you're going to take, maybe there's a secondary peak, so boom, secondary peak up, and then down. Now this is a much bigger one, and then at the ends, put some hills maybe, right? Some hills. Okay, and now from the very peak, I'm gonna take a line, let it wiggle down like So, and then meet on one end. And you want all the mountains like that to meet on one end. Okay, and then you're going to take your pen, or I use these. Yeah, these are technically pens. I use, I never know how to pronounce it, Faber-Castell, I believe. I got it because, here, if I can adjust to something this close. It's got two little jousting knights on it. And that's why I bought it, but these are incredible, pens and markers. And this is the company I use for pretty much everything, so. Now, being a little more accurate on what you're doing. Just follow the line. I totally didn't follow the line there, but that's okay. I couldn't really see where the line was. And then, you know what? Throw another little peak in there, because I don't really like that slope down I had. Okay? And now, make sure these hills really meet up with the mountain there. Right? The hills really meet up with the mountain. Like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Bring this down a little farther. There. And then our little squiggly here for the mountain ridge. Take that. Like that. Pretty cool, right? So now we're going to erase all the guidelines here. Now, the ink from the pen will still fade with an eraser. So that's something to be careful of. Now, on this side that the mountain range goes down to, I'm going to color that in. Now we're going to do a lot of smaller mountains instead of these big mountains, because a lot of these smaller mountains together I find looks better. And I am a bigger fan of that style. And now you've got a pretty half decent looking mountain, don't you? Now when you have a bunch of these together, it looks a little better in terms of like this little bit. But then, you know, if you want to, you say, hey, that's not interesting enough. Add a little mine shaft, right? Maybe add some Minecraft. Add some minecart rails. You really want to have fun? Now you got yourself a little dragon. You know, just fun stuff like that. And now if we are to make some smaller ones, which I'm just going to do these straight with the pen. So, it's one mountain. It's two mountains. Three mountain. Maybe this one will just be normal. Four mountain. Got some mountains together. Then with each one of these, you go from the top, you do that little squiggle and come down. Top, little squiggle, come down. Top, little out, little in, little left and right, little squiggle. Ooh, little squiggle. Shade these all in. There you go. That's pretty fucking good looking, I think. And then maybe at their base they have a forest. You know what, we'll get to forest later. But back to what we were doing over here now. Oh, sorry. Here's it from actually your angle. Okay. Let's get back to the map. So now we're going to do that across that line we drew up here that you can barely see. Boom. So now I got this mountain range up here. Now we go to the pen. Pen wasn't working for a second there. I got a little worried. And you're maybe thinking, Lucky, you know, what are you going to do up here? Like, what's going on up there? Well, up there we can do any number of things. We can just write unknown, or we can write another name of another country, or my favorite is write a name of another country and then put an arrow pointing upward to show that it's up here outside the realm of the map. So that's probably what I'll do. Now, we're going to get onto the shading part of the mountains. Actually, first let's erase these guidelines. And remember when you're inking over, like, you can kind of see it right there. You don't have to follow the guidelines exactly. Like, some of these mountains were looking a little rough, and I was like, yeah, you know, let's change them up a little bit. And that's okay. There we go. And you know what? Let's spice things up a little bit here. So now I'm going to show you a little another kind of strategy. So when you want mountains to go down, I'm going to do this. Mountain. Mountain. Sorry. That's just a bad looking mountain. 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 And you keep doing that so it goes downwards. Right? Sometimes you can put a little bit of a greater space between them. So these, on this side, they're going to start coming down from here to form a little bit of a Y. And the mountains will get shorter as we go on until they're not there any longer. So I'm going to start from here. Just bring that down to touch right there. Just bring this down a little further too. Let's just mark that out so we remember. We're just going to keep bringing them down. Bigger one there. And now we want it to kind of start petering out. So maybe let's do... Hey, that mountain's clearly smaller than the rest. Then one little guy there. Like that. Now let's get these outlined. Bring this out further. So I'm going to draw this so I can make sure that that properly meets where I want it to. And there we go. So now we've got a little more interesting of a feature. And you can see that our world is starting to come together a bit. You know? And I'm thinking, maybe do another mountain range like that. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, I like that idea. That also kind of... Because you want to kind of keep into mind tectonic plates and things like that. Or at least the idea of them. Because it can just look really weird if you don't take the concept of them into account. So... I'm realizing every time I, like, scratch my balls, that's, like, on screen, so that's cool. Alright. Go back and watch the VOD and see how many times I scratch my balls. Put it in the comments. I hate having a crotch cam. This sucks. There we go. So now we got another range there. There we go. Now let's erase our guidelines. So there we go. Now, I said that the next thing we should do is add the detailing to the mountains. Like so. But I was wrong. We actually want to add rivers next. Now, there's two ways to kind of add rivers to things, right? So rivers don't flow across a country, if that makes sense. You wouldn't have a river from here that goes like that, right? Rivers flow from highlands to lowlands. So we've got highlands here, so we can assume lowlands are going to be there, right? We can assume that a river could come down like that. We can assume that a river could go from there down to there, or from in there down to there. So there's a few ways to start rivers. First of all, is probably the easiest, just start them off map. River, right? And then maybe it splits off here. Goes that way. That's the easiest way. Another way you can do it is rivers come from mountains, and there's two kinds of ways you can bring them from mountains. You could do something like this. Where it kind of comes out of the corner. Or, a fun one to do make like a little cave, and then like that. So you got to remember, a lot of your people probably aren't going to be adventuring to go try and find the source of rivers. You know, that's kind of more of a... Oh, let's get the crotch cam out of here in its entirety. It's kind of a far more modern phenomena. What you're a lot more likely to see is people just kind of assume, oh, well, it comes from the mountain direction, comes out of the mountains. You know, okay, you know, we are going to keep the crotch cam in. As much as I... Oh, God, this is so confusing. How do I do this? There we go. Anyway. So a lot of people are just going to go, well, it comes from the direction of the mountains, so it comes from the mountains. And that's not quite how it works either. But, for our map, we can just represent it like that. So, rivers can be a tough one. So, guidelines first. So... I want one to come from about here. Weave on down here. So maybe take this bit, curve it up a little more, just kind of clear those tips of the mountains, bring it around like that. That looks better to me. This one, bring it out a little further. Before it comes down. Like so. Erase the guidelines I don't want. Get a little more eraser going. Okay, so now here's another thing to look at. The mouth of the river, right here. You want to kind of pull the edges up to the river. Right, like that. So you kind of get that divide there. Can this be focused a little better? Is that allowed? Now this is the best we get. Okay. I know that's kind of a little hard to see there. This eraser leaves a lot of spots. Okay, so you see how we kind of have that like little triangle there? That's a very good feature and one people tend to appreciate. Now, let's do another river. I think I want this one to start off map. Join up with it right here. And then from this river, that feels too straight. Just kind of remember our start and end points here. And let's go just like that. Now another fun thing is, where two rivers meet, you have a chance to do something fun. Now you got yourself a lake. So we'll have a lake up there. Down here where they meet, we'll have a lake as well. Maybe allow this to bow out a little more here. Like so. And now you got yourself some lakes, too. So... let's add one more. Let's do it like that. Whoever's living there will have a decent amount of defense. So now, we have BOS pen. We're going to trace these rivers and lakes. Just take your time. Take it nice and slow. Remember not to worry too much about the guidelines. They are guidelines, after all. It's always easier to pull a line than to push a line. Boom. Let's get rid of those guys. Oh, forgot this lake. Let's bring it out of there instead. Now, I've made a bit of a mistake here. This is something we should have done at the very beginning. But, islands, right? There's almost always islands off the coast of someplace. So, got a little inlet right here. So kind of follow that inlet, but loosely. Come out. Form a nice long island like that. I kind of want to leave that as it is, but we can put one kind of out here. Simulate a second point. And over here, this bit looks really flat, as you can see. So... oh, and like that, maybe. Just to bring it out a little more. Now, there's a river mouth right here. River mouths are a good place to put an island that pushes outwards from that point. So that's starting to look like a... sorry, my leg's itchy. It's starting to look like a more real coast. And now that those rivers are in place, there is nothing else that is going to affect the coast throughout this whole process. So now, we can draw the coast. So there's the coast, now the islands. We're gonna bring this one out a little farther. Make it a little pointier. Points just look good, you know? So there you go. We already really got a map going. So now we're gonna do those details on the mountain we kept putting out off before, and I just didn't want to put them on there in case they would interfere with our rivers. So let's get started on that. Try doing hatching instead of complete fills. I do hatching sometimes. I think it looks nice. I used to. I find that I like complete fills better. especially so on smaller mountains. I used to do hatchings. I really didn't like the kind of modern feel that it started to have. Um, I just think I just personally like the fulfill better. But hatching is also a very valid option. Okay. Now we start filling it. If you're thinking, hey Lucky, could you be doing this with a larger pen? In theory, I don't have one. I should really get one. get this a little more in frame here for you guys. There we go. And I'd say that's pretty fucking good looking. We got... It's kind of funny because this river kind of looks like it comes into the coastline, but ignore this. Got our islands down here. We got plenty of rivers. We got our lakes. We got our mountain ranges. So we've basically got, like... not even close to the work done, because where the work really comes in is with forests, but we've got our structure done. So next up is a few things. One, forests, but we don't draw in the forest yet. And two is towns. So mark out where we want towns to be. Towns are going to be on the coast of rivers or the coast of oceans. They really aren't anywhere else. That's kind of how towns work at this time period. Because, you know, need water to drink and do other various things with. It also provides things like fish for eating. So any town is going to be along a body of water, and if it's not going to be along a body of water, find something or find a reason why. Okay? So maybe there's some sort of magic thing if you're doing like a fantasy-based game, something along those lines. So river mouths are pretty good places for towns. We're gonna put one here. We're gonna put one here. One there. One there. One there. And one there. Now, we want to make hill forts. Right, so this is where we're going to go to our smaller marker. This guy, another Faber-Castell, or however you say it. This one is a, get it out of the fucking light reflection. Or no, this is a 1.0. So, super tiny tip. Let's see if I can bring that into focus. Like, here's that compared to my finger. super, super tiny. Ignore my dirty fingernails. Okay. So, let's see what we're working with. So first I'm thinking... So was something looking like that kind of... Let's just focus on sketching that first. Right, like the hill. Right, this can all be fencing. Semi-wall made of like logs and stuff. Little squiggly, so we have little sticking up bits like that. And on top, big house of sorts on top. Like that. Little door. Windows. Some more kind of little houses down below it. Hi, Raven. Maybe this one kind of a little more on it. That looks like a pretty good basis, I'd say. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to make them even smaller because they're going to be over on the actual map. Sick for 5 days, it isn't getting better. That's like hospital time. Thank you for the map thing, though. Okay. So we don't have to put those other houses in there, even though they do look cool. So let's start putting our buildings in here. So we're going to do the same thing we did. Curve. Curve. Then meet on a vertical line. Hill. House on top. Squiggle. Looks like logs coming out of it. Just like that. Run for your ears instead of studying or doing homework like it should be. That happens. That's fine. That's allowed. You're sick. Don't. If anyone tells you, hey, you need to be doing these school things while you're sick, fuck off. Like, relax. Chill. Get better, maybe. Add a few more tiny itty bitty houses in here. There we go. I think that's quite good looking. Finals week last week. How? What? How was their finals? It's the beginning of January. Whatever. Next week? How is there still finals next week? It's the middle of January. There, that one came out a little more roughed up like I wanted it, so it looked a little more like little logs. Do it after break? That's terrible. Let's make the children feel like they should be studying the entire time they're supposed to be relaxing. Yeah, I'd hate it too. I got this little candle that's been burning next to me, by the way. Maybe I can, like, kind of get that in frame. Okay. The quill like that. Put the quill over here, too. Pen over there. There we go. That kind of works. Okay. Alright, so we got a fort there. Fort there. Okay.
And the hill coming out of it. And the long house of sorts on top. You know what?
Add a little chimney out of this one. I know they wouldn't really have chimneys back then. It'd be like a thingy in the middle, but, you know, for the sake of fun. I know how I would survive this world without hot glue. That's, yeah, fair.
Good enough for some little houses
On that one. Alright, that's 3 of them. Alright, Quill, you're banned from stream. See this guy? He's banned.
Sounds a lot smaller, so this one just gets a long house. You can have a little chimney in the middle though.
Like that. Time I regret it because I could have done a better job with almost anything else if I was a little patient. Yeah, it's fair. I've had my fights with hot glue in the past. Okay. So yeah, one more there. One more there. Oh, here's some ravens since you just got here, and since when I showed them at the beginning there wasn't anyone else here. Here's a... I have to go back 2 pages. This one was actually just for like a silly little video I was trying to do that I ended up not doing. But here's a finished map. Adjust a little better on that. Nope, it's the best we got. So here's one finished map. Here's another one. So this is kind of what they end up looking like at the end once everything's done. This one ended up having really big mountains, which is kind of unusual for me. But anyway. Do I have it sitting around in this bag? I had one that I was super proud of, but it kind of disappeared on me. That's where that journal went. Oh, my earbuds. I use wireless ones now, so. Do I have the one you printed? Yes. I'm trying to think of where the finished copy of it is. It's probably somewhere in here. Ugh, just smacked myself in the face. Here's printed blanks. Oh, that was the painted one. Oh, when I tried to make a border. Oh, here's that close-up of Yanni. That was an old one. There's where I do cross-hatching on the mountains. Here's a haiku in Japanese. You're wondering, Lucky, what does it say? And the thing is, I don't know because I never wrote down the translation. Where did I put it? Did it go in the big one? Oh, shit. Why was I being so mean in this game? Sorry, I found this thing I wrote when I was really young. Let me read this. Top secret, property of Connor O'Brien. Full name reveal also, I guess. This was the front of it. I made it very artsy. Clearly, I tore something out of it. So when I mentioned starting an arsenal, it's because I had this book called Mini Weapons of Mass Destruction. I had 3 of them. And they were like, how to make, like, tiny weapons out of, like, office equipment and shit. So Monday. I have not started my mini weapons yet. I plan to start tomorrow. Also, spelling is interesting. Tomorrow. Mini. Tuesday. I have not started my arsenal yet. I will start tomorrow. Today I found someone suspicious. Also, suspicious is spelled S-E-S-P-I-S-H-E-S. His name is Sebastian, which is spelled S-E-B-A-S-G-E-N. A bug-eyed man, 11 years old. He is in my acceleration class only, but I will try to keep an eye on him. Wednesday, I did not start my arsenal, but now I have a blog in my class. That's all I wrote in the entire... Oh, what's this? Hold on. Name Connor O'Brien, family O'Brien, son of Dan, weapon type, Mini 2, secret, agent code name, agent ost.dist. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Guide, mini weapons, and master section 2, code. I've written down a code. And I've written something in this code, so I'm going to try and translate it. SP, that's it. This is the W I Wait. Alright, so the problem is, if I've written something in a code that I didn't know how to spell, I'm not going to be able to translate it. Well, that was amusing. Guess we gotta keep this all together, right? Oh yeah, time capsule. My first attempts at poetry. Some old drawings. This birthday card, I guess. It's like some kind of key in Japanese. When I got a rank in a martial art. Another thing about my martial art. Oh, this is cool. Here, I'll pick that up. So it's not in here either, which is concerning. However, when I was a kid, we used to make restaurants with my grandmother. So we got fish, friends, food, and fun. The freshest fish you didn't catch. I didn't write any of this, by the way, which is why it's spelled right. Appetizers, calamari rings, breaded golden brown crab cake served with remoulade, crab rangoon, savory crab, fried mushrooms, morels, and more. Mozzarella sticks, hearty soups, Papu's famous lobster bisque, with a shot of sherry. Wonder who added that one. Clam chowder, Connor's creamy New England, Manhattan clam chowder, Thursdays only, and Claudia's homemade vegetable beef. Cucumber salad with feta, mixed greens with tarragon, Caesar salad with anchovy paste, and Cobb salad. Entrees! We got golden brown fried breaded catfish served with hush puppies and coleslaw. Wood grilled fish fresh tilapia, lemon butter sauce served with wild rice pilaf, Mediterranean cod, varieties of sushi. Scallops wrapped with bacon. My mother used to make those. Lobster thermidor, salmon, grilled swordfish, caterpillar, and California rolls. Desserts. Flourless chocolate cake. Interesting. New York cheesecake. Of course, lemon meringue. Love lemon meringue. Mango lemon or coconut sorbet. vanilla, coffee, cinnamon, chocolate, strawberry, or peppermint ice cream. Cinnamon sugared crepe rolled around bananas with vanilla cream drizzled with caramel rum sauce. Beverages. Beer. Oh no, that's root beer. Can be made into a black cow wine, chilled Pinot Grigio, Riesling or Chardonnay, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Malbec, Shiraz, Coke Diet, Coke Sprite. That was a menu I made when I was a kid. Though it was all written out with my grandparents wrote it out, and then we'd sit there and we'd kind of make them together. It was like a fun little craft we used to do. I've got a million pieces of blank paper here. Yeah, I'm starting to get concerned. I don't know where any of the old maps went. Like, where could they have gone? Is my whoa? I'm tangled. There we go. All right, sorry about that. Oh, wait till Raven gets out of ads. I'm gonna see if I can just like pick it up somewhere. It might be like over here. I just had the thought. Yeah, it might be in here. There it is. Next to Causes of the American Revolution. Captain's Handbook. I'm still missing like one really crucial map. I mean, that one I guess at least I have pictures of, but this is the map I already was referring to. This is the one that Artie block printed and helped with a lot of the calligraphy. And then I drew everything else in it. So I drew all the little buildings and whatnot. And this was the second edition of the original map. So this one was all done by hand. And then this one already printed out from this base copy. And then we drew in things, then we did calligraphy on it and whatnot. So let me consolidate all these things in one like place so I can actually find them. I've got one really special one that is apparently missing, which is a little frustrating. Hadn't done my calligraphy in a while before that, yeah. No, let's not centralize it in this. What's this? Oh, can't show that on stream. That is paycheck stubs. Yeah, I've got a bunch more of the printed arty things. Like, we printed out a bunch of editions of it. Then we didn't use them, really. I'm just really sad that one map is missing, because that's probably the best one I've ever done. Oh! There was version 1 of that map, which was nowhere near as good. This was like my old style. It was like really cartoony. And I am not a huge fan of it anymore. I mean, if you want to see some progress. Here's a side by side of where I was like a few years ago versus where I am now. So that's a fun comparison. Oh, here we are. Here was already practicing calligraphy. We just have a bunch of these pages that are just filled with this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know where that other one is. I know I've got a picture of it. Got a few pictures of it actually, but I don't know where it went. Oh, you know where it might be? Hold on. Hold on. I have to be able to turn my chair. It's a struggle. Maybe not. Oh, is it down here? Yes. Is it in here now? Yes. Fuck yeah. Good. Oh shit. Drop a bunch. That's a fun picture. Forgot I do that. What are all of these? These are just pieces of paper. Alright, I found it. That's the one I'm probably the most proud of. Don't ask me to read any of it, because I did it all in Welsh. So we got big river running through the middle of it. Tons and tons of little forests around. I did this outline thing because I was like, let's test that out. And then yeah, I've thought about framing this one, honestly. Maybe I could do like a giveaway at some point. That'd be cool. Alright. Let's put this with the other ones so I can actually have them all consolidated. Alright, let's get back to what we were supposed to be doing. Oh, another really fun thing to do. This one's really specific, but if you happen to have an art store nearby, find these Japanese calligraphy brushes. This would also function as Chinese calligraphy brushes, but take these. Because of how interesting the brush strokes are, these are just... something like that. Then throw some mountains in. Throw some rivers out of those mountains. maybe a little house or two. Something like that, or something like this. Just simply because of the brush you're using, it just ends up looking so fucking cool. Like, this is so simple. You like little forest, some circles, 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 some little stems. Just simply because how interesting the tool is, it just ends up looking so fucking cool. I just love it. It's one of my favorite things to draw maps with. Anyway. Pew! I'm running out of candle. There's just like a huge hole to the bottom. Okay. 2 more hill forts to draw, so let's get on that now. Uh-oh. Okay, now we're fine. We were running out of ink for a second there. Raven's being a furry. Alright, there's another 4. Raven, it's okay. We accept furries in this community. Alright. 1 more. Raven be like, I'm not a furry, but... Don't like the term furry because of all the inaccurate negative stuff that comes with it. That's only if you think about it that way. Plus, if someone's all like, furries are evil and bad, just don't be friends with them. It's like a simple solution. Like, just don't be around those people. Alright. So you may be thinking, what now? Well, now comes naming, actually. It's not forest yet, it's actually naming. Simply because in a lot of cases, like on these other maps... Wrong one. So you can see a lot of the names are in the... in the forests. Because forests take up such a huge amount of space. Everyone's gonna have problems with something, then why stop yourself if they're gonna have problems anyway? Alright, I need some names. Gotta name mountain range, gotta name rivers, gotta name another mountain range, gotta name towns. We're going with like an Irish theme. Are you gay or something? Um. Names, 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 names. Hmm. I mean, some weird things don't define an entire community. Alright, y'all are not coming up with names. I guess I'm just gonna go on fantasynamegenerator.com or something. Where'd my phone go? Wait, what the fuck? What did I do with it? What did... What? What? Where? Alright, what the fuck? Phone? Hello? Where'd you go? I'm always losing this fucking thing. Ow. God. What did I do with it? Oh, it's on the ground. Hello. Hello. Ow. Okay. I made it. Whew. Okay. Oh, man. Just buzzing up a storm, dude. Alright, let's get back to it. I don't know what I accidentally marked there. Okay. Now to Old Faithful. Fantasy name generator.com. Got Avatar, Bleach, Destiny, Diablo, Doctor Who, Dragon Age, Dragon Ball, DC Comics, Dune, D&D, Elder Scrolls, EVE Online, Fairy Tail, Final Fantasy, 14. Fallout, Game of Thrones. Grishaverse? What is that? Guild Wars, Halo, Harry Potter, Hellaverse? Dark Materials, Horizon Zero Dawn, League of Legends, Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings Online. Minecraft name generations? What does that mean? Oh. Bats, blazes, cats and ocelots, chickens, cat. Right, how do I get to, like, the towns? Places. Down in the city. I'm having fun. Look at these. You can't see it. It's just a white screen for you. There's things there. I can assure you. You just don't get to see them. Is it better if I darken my screen? Oh, yeah. Now you can see them. I see. Has Been Hotel. I feel like it should be Has Been Verse because it came out first. But whatever. Nina Berg. Nina Berg. That sounds fun. You know what? I've got a better idea. We're gonna look up. God, why are you making me put in a passcode? Old Norse word, okay. So we get Fiskyberg. Fiskyberg. Unbelievable. Watch Raven not come back. Alright, we got Fiskaberg. Oh. Um. I gotta look up how to write this. Uh. All right. It's got the AE dude in it. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at Old English. Thank you, Old English Word. Old English Word Horde.com. Hey, you see, this is the part that isn't so fun for other people to watch. It's the part where I spend 5 hours researching dead languages so I can name things. Right, now we got Bergthorpe. How do I pronounce this? Hmm. Alright. Okay. Now we got Fiskeberg. We've got Sealand. Or Saland. We got Eaton. We got Lackham. We got Bergthorpe. We got Fiskthun. 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 It's kind of an interesting one. Alright. So, now, take this. We're going to mark out forests. So what's happening there? Let's have that one flow around. 10 tab other. Keep it on that side. Let's have it come out in there, and then we can just fill all that in. Let's have one. Like that. That's where our forest will be. Now we gotta name our lakes and our rivers and our mountain range. Mountains are pretty easy, so we can just go to the language we want to do and do North Mountains, South Mountains, Dividing Mountains or something. Split Mountains, maybe? How do I pronounce that letter? Okay, get out of here. Oh.
Now, did you notice how my tongue sticks out just a little bit as I say it? Watch. The sound comes from between my...
Interesting. So north. That's so fun, actually. He needs to be there. It needs to be here. Everything else has to fit in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our middle point's like what there? So B will be there. This fucking letter will be there. There we go. Now, since it's such a big thing, big pen. Boom. Northernburg. Northburg. Northburg. North. I gotta get used to that. Northburg. Alright. them.
Shut up, phone.
Oh, it's a lemonade notification. Let me guess, some random. Costco has what? And it's just bread. It's just fucking bread. Costco has bread? What? Okay. Oh, I wanted that to... Okay, well. There we go. Okay. Actually I'm 2 hours in, which means I'm gonna go take a snack break. Alright. This candle smells delicious. It's this one right here. I just walked in my room and I was like, ooh. It's so nice. It's just beeswax, but the smell of just beeswax, man, fucking slaps. Incredible smell. Move my tea trays for my cheese tray. Or plate. It's a plate. So. Right. Naming. Oh boy, naming. I'm gonna keep eating these crackers to distract myself from the fact that I have to name things. Man, it's the worst. Thank you, everyone. This has been Twitch streamer Eats Crackers and Cheese. Where are my headphones? Why do I keep putting them back here? I literally have a place for them. Pasteurized cheese snack from France. All right. One lake named. What's something to name a lake? It's like something like. Hmm. Oh, I know. Alright, I got one. Got one river named. Sorry, I'm thinking intently. Welcome back. You missed a whole lot of nothing. Lock in and clean. Yeah, I know. I've worked with plenty of pelts. Alright. I gotta... I named this river. Furry perchance? How does one make a fursuit out of pelts? That sounds like it would look fucking horrifying. Oh, you want to see something I got, though? Hold on. Oh, I gotta dig for it. This will be a really fun thing to just throw on camera if I can find it. There it is. Alright, chat. Who's ready for everyone's favorite game of what the fuck did Lucky just pull out of a drawer? Are we ready? Are we excited? Are we interested? Is it fun? Is it evil? Ta-da! It's a scalp. It's a fox scalp. I mean, it could be a hat. You could put it on a hat. Here, I could. There. Behold in despair. Behold in despair. Behold in despair. Behold in despair. I bought it at a camp when I was younger. Scout camp, they were just selling them. They sell a lot of weird shit at scout camps. Alright, I'll go put it back. Yeah, I've thought about like making a had a mouse cat toy that had rabbit fur on it. Rabbit pelts are so inexpensive though. I bought one for like $5. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we still gotta name this river. Here, we'll even call this one the Raven River, but we'll do it in Old English. Okay, shut up, ad. Fucking ad.
Raven or Norse or Raven.
Yeah, you just ignore the... Raven. 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 So it was $7, but also the Ren Fair price, so it would have normally been like $4 to $5. Fair. I mean, I find that Ren Fairs are decent places to buy skins. Was ethical and not farmed, so I took it. They tend to be. I mean, there really isn't like fox farms. I guess there's rabbit farms, but they're not super common. Old. Hate buying anything from farms where that was hunted for pelts. I prefer when people find things that died naturally or was hunted for meat. So that's kind of the rough thing when it comes to pelts. Due to the fact that, like, you can't just find a pelt. It's pretty much impossible to just find a pelt. Now we'll do this in the larger one because it's a bigger place. Okay. I wish we could, like, the camera was just a little better, because the thing is, like, you can't see what I've just written up here, really. Which sucks. Alright. We'll do this one too. Hold. I don't want to just do fucking Northworld. No, sorry, Northworld. Because that feels boring. And like in the same way that I don't want to do like Soothwold. I want to do Soothwold for like this, because that's I've used that like over and over. I don't want to need everything to just be like North or Sooth. I need for products. I buy faux and diet like I did for the ears I just made. A couple years ago, I bought a faux foxtail, like the thing to wear around my waist for Ren fairies. Oh, I've just got a real one. I've got a wolf one and a foxtail. Alright. It's such a struggle. Oh, yeah, let's see. See what Fox is. It's still just Fox. That's fine. We can have the Foxwold. This is the worst part, and this is also the longest part of any any map making, is just naming things. Dude, names do suck. So I need to name 2 more forests. You know what, this up here, this could be... Kinningwold. Big forest with a large fallen tree and the 2 big rocks. Alright, that's those named. Oh no, we've got a... the one to the south, fuck! Oh, got it. Alright. So named. Still gotta name the islands. This one will just be fucking Big Island, dude. Talk again. I am talking to see if Audrey's audio is messed up. You have to choose the kind of ads we get. Like, you can do ads for things semi on brand, like Red Bull ads because they are normally medieval themed, or movies or shows that are sort of on brand, or ads for fancy alcohol or stuff of that sort. Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I just like, it angers me that people get like McDonald's ads or like Burger King ads. Well, I'm pretty thoroughly against that shit. Or like Amazon ads or any of that shit. It's pretty fucking frustrating. Alright. Okay. Stream you regular watch because I barely have enough time to watch streams anymore, and when I do, you're the priority. Yay! Because I actually have a good sleep schedule now. Bullshit! Unbelievable. How could you do this to me? Candle, don't fail me now. It's fine now, but you were sounding like you had consumed a fair amount of helium. Keep lagging behind, so that's so fun. That's certainly interesting. Alright, so more island names. Got 2 more islands, and then we gotta start naming provinces. Which, honestly, with provinces, I'm pretty alright with just doing north, south, east, west. I don't know why I put Eastwood to the west. I have matches, but I'm technically not allowed after I set off a smoke alarm for burning cardboard. Well, there's a difference between a candle and just lighting shit on fire. Damn it. Amazon wants you to buy a catalytic converter. Oh, that's good. There. Now I only need one more. Ah. Okay. Alright, everything's named. Now comes the even worse part of matchmaking. Of map making. Behold, the making of forests. Step 1. Decide what kind of forest you want to make. Deciduous or coniferous. And if you're doing deciduous, your little border of circles. Fill it in. Then little stems off of all of them. And there you go. Deciduous forest. Carpal tunnel, dude, for real. Now, if you're doing a carboniferous forest, you want little triangles instead of circles. Like so. Put little spikes on top. Put little lines off of all of them. And that's how you make those. Now, see these outlined spaces there, 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 and there? All of those get filled in. Ever done the rice map thingy? No, I don't really like it. I explained how I did it in the beginning of the stream. Where basically I sketch everything out roughly by hand and then add in things based on bits that could have broken off and whatnot, and that makes a, in my opinion, more natural looking map. And also then I can design it myself, you know. Here we go. Get ready for some riveting content. Aren't you so excited?
This is what everyone was waiting for. This is what everyone wanted.
Jesus Christ, my hand already. All right, we finished the outline of one forest. Dear Lord. You want to hear some poetry? Maybe I finish these outlines. I just read poetry. I'll read you some of my poetry. Just because I know I'm not going to fill these all in today. Oh, my hand. I don't know if you can see, but my hand is shining because it is sweating. My hand is sweating. Alright, that's that outline done. I just got this little one and this little one, and then we can go read some fucking poetry. I might be arting to art. I don't know what that means. Too much art? Yeah. More like too much art at one time. Normally I fill in the forest over a matter of days. I just leave it out on my desk, and when I got like, 30 minutes, I'll just sit down and fill some of it in. Okay. Now, on to this last one down here. Oh, damn it, I didn't want all this deciduous. Yeah, well, too late, guess it is now. Okay. It's enough of that. Yeah, because eventually this will look like this. See if I can get that closer and focus it so you can... Yeah, that's what it looks like when it's done. Poetry. I grabbed my poetry book. It's right in the bookshelf next to me. Oh, my arm. This is my haiku and tanka book. We're gonna just read through all of them, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on them. Behold, cool sunny day on a forest. On the farm, sorry. The bright sun shines down, a cool breeze moves through the house, a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. I was sitting at the farm, and there was a, here, snooze that ad break. There was a cool breeze moving through because all the windows and doors were open because it was a nice day. So I drew all these with a brush pen. Actually with, not this exact one, but one of them with this brush pen. This was my first one and my first drawing, which is why it's so generic. Anyway, summer's night. A cool summer's night. A light breeze upon my face makes life feel easy. Was sitting on my back porch. I wrote a lot of these for my back porch, like, at night. Normally after stream. Sake 1. I savor the taste. Sweet and savory balanced. Fine cup of sake. It was a good cup of sake. I did enjoy it very much. A great weight lifted. Romance revealed to the world. Such a fine feeling. Which was romance revealed. That was when me and Artie told our families about our relationship. And it was like a really big relief. This was my first tanka, which is about rain. So it was from water to air, then soaring high in the sky, finally falling down from air to land. The cycle starts again. I thought that was a really fun one, and I'm kind of proud of that one. It's just about the rain cycle. Behold, potatoes in early July. Flowers start to bloom, the dirt beginning to rise. Ready soon, perhaps. That's pretty much all the thought you can put into potatoes. Quaking aspen. This was a fun one. I don't really like this drawing, but this was a fun one. Leaves shake in the wind as if there were an earthquake. Ground moving below, destroying the world around. But today, the ground stays here. Quaking aspen is a kind of tree, and when the wind blows in it, like, basically the whole tree shakes violently. It's pretty interesting. We got view from the door 1, 2, and 3. We got the sparrows jumping, picking up seeds and insects. Such a joy to watch. We got view from the door 2, which was old woman in blue, pulling weeds from the garden, keeps the view pleasant. There's a, when I'm sitting at the farm, the garden is right outside the door, and one of the, ladies was working in the garden. It was just pulling the weeds and stuff. The flower basket, with vibrant flowers in bloom swaying in the wind. Outside my door, there's also a flower basket. This was Weapon of Demons. The great Kanabo, with its terrifying size, strikes fear into all. The weapon of true demons, brutal instrument of death. Wrote that one, then immediately was like, yeah, no, this is a little, like, too edgy. I was not happy about that one. I wrote it in there, and then I was like, fuck, this is just stuck in here now. Anyway. Jasmine Plant 1. I have not written another one on a jasmine plant yet, but I do have this jasmine plant at my house now. Little white flowers, such a wonderful fragrance, perfect for hot tea. Bees. Millions in the hive, each worker is pivotal, a living machine. We have beehives at the farm, so I wrote that about the bees. And then I was kind of proud of that bee. I was pretty happy with that one. It's like, that is a bee, for sure, you know? Oh, here's that door, or view from outside the door. By the way, there's the flower basket I talked about, and beyond that is the garden. Reflecting on home. Racing mind at peace. Weary bones find rest at last. The world feels at peace. It was a very nice day out. Sake 2. Cold sake. This was cool and refreshing. A light but full-bodied taste. Great for summer nights. I was really proud of this drawing, and now that I look at this one, it kind of slaps. Like, that's a pretty fucking good one. That's really fun. I like that one a lot. This one's pretty cool too. Remember the fun. Friends gathered around the fire. Joy all around us. Tonight it is peaceful and calm. Duality of a place. So that was the yard at night, and that was me thinking of, like, literally 2 nights before I wrote this, we had a huge party. But then I was sitting outside, and it was, like, quiet. It was quiet and, relaxed. And it kind of was, like, a fun thing I thought I'd write about. Because it was, like, you know, a place could be so lively, yet it can also be so calm. Was kind of the thought. Bright full moon. Bright, kind, and gentle. A kind gaze full of her love. She cares for us all. That was just about a full moon. Because it was very pretty. Thinking on the porch. It's a cloudy day. A cool breeze and low sun. Tea sounds nice right now. I was kind of just thinking about tea. And this one I wrote today. And this is the last one in this book for now. I'm still writing them. So these were all like summer, beginning of fall. And then I put it down for a while. And now I picked it back up with this one today. Which is a very cold day. Stabbing at the lungs, it rests far below zero for you to leave home. Who tried calling me? My healthcare... Oh, I forgot to pick up... Whoops. I forgot to pick up a paper I was supposed to. That's fine, they should have it tomorrow. Yeah, because today has been a high of 1. And I woke up this morning and it was -9. And it was windy, so it felt, I believe like how it feels outside was like -25 or something. It was fucking nuts. Anyway, that's my poetry book. I hope you enjoyed the reading of my poetry book. I'm not terribly sure what to do now. You know, why don't we, give me a subject. Give me a subject. And I will write a poem. Or you can both give me a subject. That works too. Put these away. Power lines? No. I'm not doing a poem on power lines. I fucking hate power lines. Worst thing mankind has ever invented. Well, I'm glad you like them. I don't. Give me something else. Something natural, preferably. How do people do that thing where they go like that and then like flick it like around their finger? I can only do this. No shit. Apparently I can't even do that. Oxeye daisies. Alright, let's look at a picture. Everyone just knows my phone password now, that's fine. Alright. So, do a haiku 575. I haven't used this pen yet, apparently. Still got the rubber tip. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. Gotta get the ink started. Come on. Help! Ink! Come out! I beg of you. I beg of you! Ink! Alright, fuck this pen, I guess. How about you? Nope, you haven't been opened yet either. I just got new pens. There we go. Alright. Oxide. Daisy. Let's see. Alright, we'll just start off with our simple opening line. We'll go white. White and yellow. Alright, the closing line I think will be looks just like the sun. That's 5. So what's our 7 gonna be? Let's learn something about them, shall we? Native to Europe. Comes from a distant... That's 5 again. Arrived from a far off land. Damn, 6. No, it's arrived from a far off land. That's 7. How do you spell arrived? Hold on. It's 2 R's. That is an M. A. Arrived from far off land. Delay renders you useless. That's fine. I could probably search it faster than it gets to people on even that have good delay. White and yellow fowler arrived from a far off land. Looks like the sun. Looks just like the sun. There we go. There you go. White and yellow. Arrived from a far off land. Looks just like the sun. Oxeye daisy. Let's look at a picture of one. Okay. Lots of little dots. More dense at the center, around it. Then you got these kind of.
There's a hair stuck.
There's a hair.
It's all out of sorts.
This is not good.
Gotta find it again. Oop.
Never mind, I think the problem fixed itself. Tell you things, so oxeye daisies are found pretty much everywhere in the UK. Like they're super common wildflowers. When I was very little, my neighbors and I, who were around the same age, would do this thing where we would sprint around the neighborhood searching for the biggest one with the most petals. Time limit was from the start of sunset to right before dark. About 20 minutes because none of us were allowed out too late. That's fun. I would have written the poem on that if I had known it earlier. There you go. And then there. Big stem. Big thick stem. There's your Oxeye Daisy Ball. And that brought us... Close, you bastard. Right to the industry. So I hope you had fun doing something a little different this time. Yeah, that's all. So, good night. Have a good time. And, goodbye.